is Soul Hackers 2. If you guys like Shin Megami Tensei, Persona, any of those type of JRPGs where it's mature, gritty.
Taught me to not put your hands up for the right reason, and that's why I stand on it. Like you could get the first swing, buddy, but yo, I'm finishing that bitch. I swear to God.
What? Watching Spider-Man get point blank shot with a shotgun, turn around, web up Sprint's car, hit Frank out of his leg.
Man, I can't TTE, Naffy's over there. Block straight, taking over cause they feeling square. Big package for your bitty, baby, love the new van. Been outside for too long, baby, love the new tan. Red ghost off and stop, feel like Daniel. Waist tiny, but you carry in the fan. Crown's heavy, belt shiny, baby champion. We can red lobster pasta with the scampi.
And welcome back to the Time to Deliver podcast. I'm your host, Naffy, and that's my boy, Big Zo. What's good, Zo?
You already know, bro. Happy to be here again. New setup, new shit going on, bro. New topics. The topics are gonna be lit tonight, folks. What about you, brother? How you doing?
It's gonna be a crazy day for everybody. I hope you guys know that me and Zo, we have seen Spider-Man, and we have a lot of thoughts about this movie. This movie was, well, you could say, you know, I think a lot of people, some people are gonna like it, some people are gonna hate it, and I can understand both sides. So I'm really, really hyped. I'm really, really hyped to talk about this. As you can see, Zo loved it, so, you know, he's on that side. I can't wait to talk about this. Now, this is a very, very monumental episode for me and for Zo. One, because Zo has a new setup. We're recording differently. We're editing differently. Everything is coming together finally. It's cinema, right, Zo?
Yes,
and,
sir.
you know, and two, because I'm moving very soon, so everything just feels so weird to me, so different, but I just feel like everything's finally coming together, and this podcast is really evolving in front of me. So we got a lot to talk about, a lot of topics, but before we get into any topics, I just wanted to know, Zo, what have you been playing recently, and what games would you like to shout out?
Yo, I've been playing indie. Everybody some indie like Jones, baby. So I've been playing this game called Acts of Blood. I know y'all been seeing that scrambling on TikTok. It's some game that looks like a new Sleeping Dogs kind of game. It's like very bloody, visceral. The counter kick, punch, kind of, you know, hold the X, hold this. You know, it's kind of just like Sleeping Dogs.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? The combat is mad flowy. I already hit a 1,000 hit combo on that shit, easy peasy.
There you go.
Like they have the counter for you, so you can know what you hit. You know what I'm saying? Y'all would enjoy that shit if you like combat games like Sifu, Sleeping Dogs, and it's free on Steam. So that's what I want to shout out as well. But one more besides that is Half Sword. I bought that. It's also an indie game. I bought that for about $25, nothing crazy, and it's just like this medieval physics-based combat game where you progress through become from a peasant all the way up to becoming like a full-blown knight in a tournament, you know. So it's like it's very bloody, very visceral. If you guys want to look into that, if that's your kind of game, because it's mine, you'd fuck with it.
Hell
bro.
yeah.
So that's my shout out for now. How about you, brother?
So for me, there's three main games that I've really been playing this whole week. Well, really four, but there's three that I want to highlight. Now, the one that's the fourth, that's Marvel Rivals. Always playing that with the boys.
Yes,
White
sir.
Fox, ridiculous. I have found like a new love for this game playing White Fox. That's definitely my new main right now. But the three games that I wanted to mention, the first one is called Saphira. Now, Saphira is a game where it's stupid. It's like a bunny town gets hit by some type of like evil bunny, and he's trying to take over the world, something like that. But it's a roguelike that has somewhat of like old school Link to the Past Zelda type vibes, where you're running through each level of the dungeon, different weapons, different elemental affinities, just so much different random generated content in this game. I only got it was $8. I only got it because when I was reading the reviews, people were saying my review after 1,000 hours, my review after 500 hours. So I knew this was a real roguelike a real, long style game where I'm going to be playing it for months. So Saphira, check that out. Yeah, bro. I haven't been able to put my fucking my RG ally down. I've been playing that game so much.
Oh yeah. Good signs.
That game. My second game is Soul Hackers 2. If you guys like Shin Megami Tensei, Persona, any of those type of JRPGs where it's mature, gritty. I mean, the beginning of the game, you're a robot that comes to life and you realize you have to go save people. We go to save them, they've already been shot in the head. They're dead. Shit. So we have to hack their soul and bring them back to life. You bring back the main characters back to life. They join your party, and you go out on a really long, super crazy adventure made by the people who made Persona, so you know the quality's there. Been playing that in the ROG Ally 2, so that's the second game. And then the third game just came out. Well, it's a remaster of this game, and it's called Xenoblade 2. I beat this game last year or early this year, somewhere around there. And they just dropped the remaster for it, essentially for $10. You get the upgrade, new content, better, visuals. This game was notorious for having PS2 visuals on the Switch. So now it looks like a really good Switch 2 game. And I've been playing that a little bit, New Game Plus. So those are really the games that I've been playing this week. Me and Zoe, we're always trying something new. We're always just adding to the backlog every week. So I hope you guys can come on this backlog journey with us. Now, to start off, I don't want to go right into Spider-Man because I know once we get into Spider-Man, we're going to be talking about Spider-Man for a long time. Tangent. So let's just hop into some of the quicker topics really quick, just run through them. Now, first, I see that Microsoft reported a $1.7 billion decline in Xbox. Damn. Now, we've been talking about Xbox a lot lately, Zoe. What do you think are the reasons why Xbox has declined so much this past year?
Damn, if I could think off the top of my head, it's probably just because of their honestly, just because of how they've been moving with creating E-Day and not pushing it on PlayStation 5. I'm pretty sure that's lack of pre-orders and all that shit too dropped them a good portion, You can't lie about that, because if they did that, they would have probably at least had 500,000 good, you know what I'm saying? Because people would have pre-ordered that shit. Yeah,
100%.
People would have pre-ordered that shit.
That's 500,000 times 60.
Yeah.
Or no, 70 now.
Yep. So, that's at least one reason for me. What about you? What do you think?
Yeah. So for me, I just think that Xbox has been making all the bad decisions that they possibly could. Between buying Activision, that's going to be a big chunk of that $1.7 billion loss. Call of Duty not doing as well as it used to. Black Ops 7 being the worst selling game in the franchise, for the modern franchise. They did bring back Black Ops 1 and 2. That does help a little bit, but as you can see, it's still $1.7 billion decline. Not sure if Black Ops 1 and 2 are included in that, but if they are, that's even more grim. So I just think that they need to go back to catering to the gamers. I do think this console generation, they made a mistake by making the Series S. I think the Series S was made with good intentions, but it actually made it harder to make Xbox games in general.
That makes sense.
So I think that hurt. Yeah, I think it hurt sales because as you can see, Sony, they came out with the original PlayStation 5 first, which is much stronger than the Series S. Yeah. And then the Pro came out later, which made it, a little bit easier. Developers got used to making games for the base PS5. From the jump with Xbox, they have to make two separate versions.
Yeah, that'd have been like
they have to test.
Yeah. Sorry to cut you off.
Yeah.
That'd be That'd be like if PlayStation dropped a PlayStation 5C instead of the regular PlayStation. Like, nobody was gonna buy that shit, but you just wasted money producing that shit.
Well, I actually think we've kind of seen this on the PlayStation side before, because if you remember when the PS3 came out, a lot of PS3 games were cross play or cross compatible with the PS Vita. And I think that was a selling point for the PS Vita, but it ended up being way too hard for developers to always make these games work and run well on the portable system. So I think that might have actually contributed to killing the PS Vita, and that dynamic is also contributing to killing Xbox right now. So it's, you know, you can have good intentions and they just don't work out in the long run. Sometimes you just need that one flagship device instead of trying to, you know, compete and cater to so many different fans at once.
Amen.
So
it's true. You know,
so yeah.
Sorry to cut you off again. Sorry, but people need to remember, you know, certain games are made for certain demographics, and I'm not gonna just be that guy and say like strictly like guys or girls, even though there are some games that are demographically leaning towards guys or girls. But just for like, if you're gonna make a game that's like Halo or something, like, you know, make it for like, you know, shooters. Make it for people who love shooters and love stories and shit like that, and love that gameplay. Don't just make it to cater to anybody. Like, you know, don't make it to cater to everybody. Make it to cater to specific gamers that, you know, would enjoy that. Because they're gonna tell their friends, and their friends might end up enjoying it. But, you know, that's how it happens to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't like racing games and this and that, but if my boy is like, yo, let's try this shit out, like I'll try it out.
Yeah.
I usually have fun because it's with you or the boys.
You know, and I do think that if Xbox wants to come back, I think we really need to lean on these original Xbox characters, you know, the Gears of War, the Halos, any other characters that we know from Xbox, Ninja Gaiden. We need to really lean on them and not necessarily always make the game, like, if Halo's a shooter, why can't we get maybe a strategy RPG Halo? Or maybe, you know, like, let's get some other world, other genre style games from these franchises that we love, so that we can bring other people into that franchise. I don't know, you know Sonic. We all know Sonic, right?
Yeah.
Sonic has had every style of game. There's an RPG Sonic. There's a SRPG Sonic. There's, you know, party game Sonic. There's fighting game Sonic. There's every type of style game for Sonic. Why can't we do that with Master Chief? Why can't we do that with Gears of War, or, you know, any other characters? So I would love to see that from Microsoft. Let's think outside of the box. Let's make some more creative games that maybe don't need the best graphics. And I think they could really come back this next console generation.
I would say though that you never heard of Halo Wars by any chance?
Halo Wars, exactly. That's what I was trying to remember. I knew there was some style of Halo game like that, and I was like, I'm pretty sure it was a hit back in the day too.
And I won't even lie to you, I think Gears even made one. I might be wrong, but I think it's called Gears Tactics. I might be wrong, but I think they actually
I
made
need to play that
like
then.
That
That'd be dope, bro. Like, I want to see more of that, though. I want to see
deadass.
Jumping into different genres, different style of games. A lot of people like Halo for the lore. They read the books, they watch the TV show.
Yeah.
Why not make a RPG Halo?
Yeah,
We've seen Expedition 33.
Yes, sir. Literally, that would be a cool game to see Halo style because of the QTEs and all that other shit. But I want to say that I'm not hitting you with the actually moment. I just want to mention those games because those games were made a long time ago. So your point still stands that, like, you know, they don't really do shit like that anymore, not really prominently, you know. So
take some risks.
Hell yeah, that's the point. That's the point, guys. Take some risk in life, in development. You know, do that shit.
Now, another risk that has been taken recently is a risk by a developer where he actually made a 3D version of Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow. I don't know if you've seen this, though, but it's been going crazy on Twitter, bro. Like, this game is absolutely beautiful. It completely remixes the whole Pokemon, the original Pokemon setup, and it makes these visuals 3D. They're up to 4K. They're beautiful, man. I love what modders are doing nowadays, and it's making me sad that the official Pokemon developers and official just developers in general for these companies aren't taking risks anymore. Like, this to me seems like a risk. This guy could probably get DMCA'd. He said he decompiled and recompiled the whole, ROMs and the games so that they're legal. But it's still very iffy for me. I feel like Nintendo is probably gonna send a cease and desist at some point.
They're gonna catch his ass. Yeah. They're gonna catch his ass.
The only ones they didn't catch were Power World. Power World, they won. And
the RDC video, bruh.
Yeah.
He said pals.
Bruh, look, and I still call him Pokemon. I don't even care, bruh. I'm still calling him Pokemon, but like, man, it's just it's sad what people are doing in their free time versus what people are being paid to do.
Yeah.
It's scary for the video game industry. But check out that Pokemon Red, Blue, Yellow decompiled, recompiled. Amazing. You will love it.
I'm not gonna lie, yo. Chat, we called that shit. We talked about it last pod with the guest. Go check that bonus episode out. We talked about the fact that we all played Red, Blue, and Yellow, bro.
Yep.
So that is shit you can't make up, bro. You get what I'm saying? That's
can't
dope.
make it up.
I love that.
You never know. One day we might be playing Pokemon MMO or something on live stream. You'll see it, guys. You'll see it. Now, moving over to some UFC news. Anthony Smith, a man that could have beaten John Jones. Do you remember that fight?
Which one?
With Anthony Smith and John Jones.
Yeah.
So John Jones hits Anthony Smith with the illegal knee up the middle. Anthony Smith had the chance to quit. They essentially asked him, can you continue? He said, yes, I can. I will continue. And he ended up losing, I believe, by decision. But he had a chance to be one of the only people to beat John Jones. And now he is spiraling out of control like most UFC fighters do after their careers are over. Sadly, the CTE kicks in. It's going to be bad, and this one was very, very bad, Zoe. Now, have you heard anything about this story, or should I just start from the beginning?
Yo, run it from the top.
So Anthony Smith is either at, I've heard two different locations. I've heard that he was either at a bar or he was at a concert. Both places where they sell alcohol. And he gets into an argument with his wife. They're going back and forth, back and forth. Apparently, he tells her, you're coming home with me right now. Hops in his whip, pulls her into the whip. She gets out. He's screaming. He apparently accelerates, tries to run her over. She dodges it. Boom! Gets out of the way, right? Little dodge roll. Then he hits it in reverse.
Dark Souls?
Boom! Tries to hit her again. He misses her again. She's hitting perfect dodge rolls. Boom, boom, boom. Right?
She's hitting the Elden Ring, bro. She fighting the true warden right now, bro.
Bruh, that's what I'm saying. And then apparently he gets home or something, or maybe she agrees to come into the car. Something happens. Neighbors then apparently report that they hear gunshots at Anthony Smith's house. People call the cops. Apparently Anthony Smith hears that, he has a warrant out for his arrest. He goes, he turns himself in. Now, that's one side of the story. Another side of the story, apparently his daughter hits up some UFC media. She tells them that he was trying to off himself, let's say. And they had to call the cops to stop him from trying to off himself. So this story is all over the place. Basically, when Anthony Smith was fighting, he told a fighter in the ring, you're trying to hurt my family. You're trying to come for my money. You're trying to hurt my family. And now he's the one hurting his family. What's going on? Like, bruh, all I'm saying is mental health problems are real for a lot of people. CTE must be real because we see all these fighters bugging out, especially after they're out of the public eye. BJ Penn's one of the worst ones. Oh my God. From
that shit is
being
insane.
literally one of the best. Bro.
I'll never forget that.
That shit makes me so sad, bro. Still to this day, he's dealing with those problems. But
Yep.
Yeah, what do you think about this situation? How do you think we help fighters after they're done fighting with this mental health stuff?
Keep them away from the liquor and shit like that. You know, if you're their loved one and shit, you know. Because Lord knows we're not kids anymore, so they can't like tell you what to do, tell you when to go to bed, tell you what to, like, you know, where to eat, where to enjoy your time. But as a loved one, I'd like to say maybe start putting them in like a place of like the most peace they could find, you know.
Yeah.
If they like gaming, then let them chill and play games, like what Max Holloway's doing. I think he's doing he's handling it the best way ever, bro. Bro just streams and just talks shit and just like fights same night. It's crazy work. You know what I'm saying? Like, best way to handle it, because Lord knows he's probably just like us, just gamers who like fighting as well, and then that's just how it happened.
I think so too, and I think we really need to help these people that are struggling, because they are dangerous. They are stronger, faster, very you know, they're legit. Like, we can't just have people like this on the streets where they could harm other people, and we're not at least trying to help them. So I think we do need some type of fund for fighters after they're done fighting that goes towards maybe getting some therapy, and you know, just talking to people helps. So
I think Dana gotta start that fund though. His fucking multi-billionaire ass. He gotta start looking out for them.
Maybe
funds.
not Dana, but UFC as a company should definitely offer
I'm not saying
something,
like pull out of
you know?
his pocket, but you know what I'm saying, like at least speak out for that shit. Like, yo, these dudes are all having problems after their main, you know, their prime and shit like that. Like, there has to be a fucking pattern here.
There definitely is, and I do think it's CTE. It's the hard sparring, and it's the pressure, the weight cuts, all that stuff has to contribute.
Losing, most of the shit happens like after people lose, and they're just like, all right, fuck it, I'm done. So that shit like weighs down on you for years if you never get back into it.
Man, I'm still thinking about some fights I lost when I was a kid, bro. Fuck you mean?
Tell me about it, bro.
God damn, I'm thinking like, man, if I would have just slipped, if I would have just bang bang instead of bomb bomb. You know what I'm saying?
Should have zagged when you should have zagged, bro. But it's okay.
That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying. So, you know, hopefully he gets the help that he needs. I believe that he was under like 500,000 or 50,000. It was one of those numbers for his bail. So I don't even know if he's out yet. I think he might be sitting in there for a while. He got some bad charges, bro.
5.
Domestic violence, terroristic threats, you know, a lot of stuff. So, you know, prayers for him. But if he did try to run over his wife, he could sit in there as long as he fucking needs to. Fuck him.
No, for real.
You know what I'm saying? So we'll see what happens. Now, for the next topic, it's actually a topic that you know, gave me earlier today, which was, I was like, whoa, this is actually a really good topic. And it's about the Xbox Netflix parties back in the day. Like, basically, why did they take this away? Why did Netflix and Microsoft not work together on this anymore? I have some thoughts of my own about why, but you let me know. What do you think happened to Netflix watch party?
Man, well, honestly, just think about it, bro. It's on the basic answer is that the original plan was one person starts that shit up and everyone else could just join. They don't have to have it. You see what I'm getting at?
Yep.
They didn't have to have it, bro. And Netflix said, what? Wait. So they don't have to have an account? The CEOs.
Facts.
And they were like, I mean, yeah, because they're watching with their friends, so they don't need to have it. Their friend has it. They're like, no. There's 5 people watching this movie when only one of them has an account. All 5 of them bitches can have it. Cut that shit out. And it was done. But just think about the fucking what we could have had, bro. I want to hear, before I talk about that, what do you think was the reason?
So for me, what I think the reason is obviously, like you're saying, the shareholders, they come in, they say, we need more accounts, we need more subscribers. We can't let all these people use this for free and it not really work out, you know, monetarily for Netflix. even though
Yeah.
it was like that little taste that kind of made you want to get Netflix, when you were a kid. But also, I do think over the years, Plex really came by and started punching Netflix in the face, saying, "Look, we could have all these people watch together. That's nothing, you know." And they're free. A lot of people know the servers to go into. A lot of people have servers that they're running themselves. And I do think that started to hurt Netflix, and they said it's not worth it. We need more subscribers. Why give this out for free when, you know? And who knows, maybe Microsoft was subsidizing Netflix for this, saying we will pay you a certain amount based off the traffic that we're getting on Xbox.
It's true. It's true. They could have worked something out. I'm not gonna lie. They could have did something where it's like depending on the participants in the party is the revenue from the minutes played from the movie or something like that. You get what I'm saying? They could have ran that shit through. Cause think about the what was the fucking word?
Accumulation.
I'm too fried. Yeah, cumulative fucking money that would have been made from all the people that was doing that shit. Golly, I'm fried. I'm dumb for that. But all that fucking money that would have been made from all the people doing that, you know?
They could have ran ads or something that could have, you know, helped make money.
They're doing
for
that
them.
shit anyway.
Yeah.
Doing that shit anyway. See that?
So, hey, and that's why I fuck with Plex. I still fuck with Netflix, but it's hard to beat when I can watch anything with my boys on Plex. You know, we can watch at the same time.
That.
Yeah, it works.
I'll try it on my laptop.
If one person pauses, it pauses for everyone. You know what I'm saying? A little Discord, Plex, mix those two together. You got the Netflix watch party from Xbox back in the day. So, you know, we'll see if it ever comes back, but I doubt it. You know, the time for that probably has passed, sadly.
Yeah.
Now, I did want to give a shout out to one of our friends, V-Sips. Shout out to V-Sips. He just completed 1,000 gaming live streams. And I can't believe that. I haven't even probably hit 100 gaming live streams. So,
3 or 4.
What do you think about that, Zoe?
Hey man, big ups, brother. Big ups, man. He was one of our first fucking bonus episode fucking, you know, guest stars on our show.
Hell yeah.
So it'll always be much love to bro. I always hope he's doing well, you know, bro. And I hope Japan was good, bro. Think I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Big ups, bro.
Now he's going to Portugal.
Up, That's awesome.
So he was changing his schedule, kind of saying he's going to be doing more like videos, more just like chill live streams, maybe do a podcast, stuff like that. So, you know, hopefully things work out for him in the future. I just wanted to give him a little shout out on the pod, our first special guest, like you mentioned. Now, also, Jonah Hill. So Jonah Hill has been working out a lot, getting ready for 24 Jump Street, I believe it's going to be called. And he's been doing a lot of jujitsu. You know that me and you both have our own thoughts on jujitsu. But for him, he believes it is the best martial art. He believes that basically he can beat up anybody. In his words, he will annihilate anybody. And he definitely hates when you come up to him thinking he's that fat kid from Superbad. And in his mind, he's just thinking how he would annihilate you, how he would, you know, put you in all different positions. What do you think about this, Zoe? Do you think Jonah Hill would annihilate 99% of people like he thinks he would?
Well, honestly, great topic, because I didn't know about this until you brought it up. But, like, I'm not going to be a Debbie Downer and say, oh, like, just because it's Jonah Hill that he could get beat up. Like, of course, if you do the time and put in the pain, then anybody who does a martial art could be, you know, worthy, could be very good on their 2 feet. Yeah. But my problem is I learned this young, because I went into martial arts with a fucking bucket load of issues. But, you know, they've taught me to not put your hands up for the right reason, and that's why I stand on it. Like, you could get the first swing, buddy, but yo, I'm finishing that bitch, I swear to God, on my life.
Facts.
But, you know, they always told me, because they saw it in my eyes, like, they see it in everybody's eyes, those coaches, like, oh, this dude is here to just fucking swing at a bag. So they cut that shit short, like, yo, like, if you're gonna come here, bro, we need patience. So I want to just let that be known to the boy Jonah Hill. even if somebody wants to call you the fat nigga from Superbad, be laughing in his face, because you know you're not anymore. Well, the question is, can he put his hands on you, and will he put his hands on you?
Yeah,
that's what it comes down to.
Yeah,
that's what it always comes down to.
I think
it's all the shit in the fucking world.
I think it's a confidence issue.
Oh, yeah, that's exactly the point. Yeah, that's what they cut out of me. Because, you know, it always is a confidence issue. I still meet people like that to this day, bro. In my extracurricular, bro. In my activities, nigga. Like, I still meet people like that to this day, bro. People are still doing it for their own personal ego, not to, you know, prove something to themselves, to prove that they could do it. You get what I'm saying? To prove that they could stand against those warriors.
I think that he still thinks he's that fat kid from Superbad.
That tends to happen.
Yeah, like I know people are definitely coming out saying it, like, oh, you still the fat guy from Superbad, whatever, right? But I truly believe he's stuck there in his mind. I don't think I don't think he's truly looking in the mirror, seeing that he's a completely different guy. He doesn't even look like that kid anymore. That was 20 years ago, literally 20 years ago, bro. So it's like, sometimes you gotta grow up. You've done so many things. You're rich, you know. You probably got the girl that you wanted in life, and so I don't really understand why he's so hostile. In the movie too, exactly. But I don't get why he's so hostile. It seems like he wants to really show off, and the problem is he's inviting bad energy, and there's gonna be someone that is going to take him up on that.
Yeah,
and he's not gonna
better than him.
Yeah, and he's not gonna want those problems when they come, because they're always gonna come at the wrong point. So,
because I want to mention to him too, not him, because he's probably not listening, but anybody who's watching that, you know, probably agrees with that sentiment. You know, I respect your view, but my brother, like, no matter what you do, you could do all the fucking art in the world, bro, but there's gonna be someone that knows this hidden shit, bro, that you never learned, bro. You get what I'm saying? I always like to think like that, because at that point there's like a lower chance of you losing, because you're never gonna underestimate your opponent. You gotta always expect the unexpected, you know, because for Jonah Hill, buddy, you could be good at jiu-jitsu. What if the nigga knows Muay Thai? What if the nigga knows fucking Kyokushin karate? What if he knows boxing? Because you get what I'm saying? Like, because then he can mend the two. You're going to be trying to grapple him while he's kneeing you in the guts, airing you out, and then he chokes you out and breaks your arms or whatever you got to do. You know what I'm saying?
And no offense, a lot of these like weirdos, like, I'm not even really trying to call him a weirdo too much, but like a lot of these weirdos be like, I do jujitsu. You know what I could do with you? Bro, I would respect it more if you said, I wrestle. Then I'd be like, oh shit, I gotta be wary of the takedowns. I gotta be wary of how this dude muscles when, you know, I'm trying to roll over and stuff and get out of this, and how he scrambles, stuff like that. I get it. Jiu-jitsu is dope. And, you know, people like Gordon Ryan.
Yeah, I love jiu-jitsu.
People like Mikey Musumeci, you know, they get onto you, it's over. They get a hold of you, it's done.
Nick Diaz, bro.
Nate Diaz. But here's the thing. A lot of these jiu-jitsu guys don't know true takedowns. So I want to know, if a person has a great base, they are a boxer, a Muay Thai fighter, what are you gonna do? How do you get that guy to the ground? Please enlighten me. Because by the time you go for whatever leg trip or whatever you're trying to do, because we're not starting on the ground, brother. We're not. You're not starting on your back. What are you gonna do when this dude is hitting you with a 20-hit combo? Bang, bang, bang. Sound like Adrian Broner. All right? What are you gonna do? Because you're gonna be sleeping. You're not gonna have time to use your little jiu-jitsu, brother. If you can't throw a punch, if you can't throw a kick, if your grappling isn't top notch, what are you gonna do against someone who actually has hands? Like, stop. I want these guys to stop acting like jiu-jitsu is some I could beat everybody with. Like, stop it. All right, go Zoe. My bad.
No, because your tangent is correct. Like, as much as I love jiu-jitsu, the people jump into jiu-jitsu because they watch MMA, and then they like, you know, see whoever the fuck, and they're like, oh my god, you know. But at the end of the day, MMA is MMA. It's mixed martial arts. Those dudes aren't just jiu-jitsu. They still need to know how to weave or fucking throw a hit or throw a kick. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, that's the bottom line. The bottom line is no matter what, and I want to add, right? Because this shit, people need to know this, bro. If you really want to hone a martial art, that shit is like as good as the samurais honing their sword, bro. Like, you're not gonna walk up to Musashi Miyamoto and hear him talking about how good he is with his sword. Talk about how he could beat everybody in the fucking world. He just does that shit, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Talk with your hands.
Not everybody in the world, but you know what I mean. You gotta talk with your actions, bro. So, and honing a true martial art is having humility, knowing that, like, even if you can beat everybody, do you really have to fucking say it?
Facts.
Like, is that really a point to be made?
Like you say, he's adding or inviting bad energy into his life for no reason.
Yeah.
Even if it was a joke, whatever it was, because he might see it as a joke. But there's one guy who's having a bad day, who's gonna see you walking down the street. He's gonna remember what you said, and he's gonna test you. Yeah. And you're not gonna have a choice to say, I don't want to do this right now. It's just gonna happen. And what are you gonna do? Maybe you get lucky and he slams you to the ground and you could set something up, a triangle, whatever. You could set something up. But what if you can't? What if it stays standing the whole time? What are you going to do? Drop down to your butt and start scooting at him?
I was just thinking that, bro.
You know, so like...
Imagine Brody throws a flipping axe kick.
Right on the ground, bang! Right on the top of the head.
His stomach, yo.
Ooh, stomach too. Oh.
Stomach or head, bro. It's crazy because either one would hurt like a bitch.
Bro, axe kick,
like,
boy.
Yo, swear, imagine that shit. The heel digging right into your guts, bro, into your ribs. He could have cracked a rib like that.
Listen,
too.
You gonna wish you were the super bad kid back then, bro. Had some weight on you. You take those shots better, boy. Like,
it goes a long way, Jonah. It goes a long way, bro.
Look, speak about people getting beat up. Chud the Builder, one of his biggest supporters, one of his friends, Jake Lang. Jake Lang was one of the January Sixers. He's always getting arrested. He's always telling black people, Muslim people that they're terrible. Meanwhile, he's a felon. So it's funny. You talk so much shit about other races, yet you're the epitome of what a bad person is in society. You're legit a felon, bro. You've been arrested multiple times this year. Yet you try to spin it because it's for freedom of speech, but your freedom of speech is talking shit to people that have nothing to do with you, that don't care about you, that don't need your opinion. But apparently he went somewhere to be racist towards Muslims, and these Muslims were not playing with him. They picked up rocks. They chased him. They were hitting him with combos. There was cops trying to protect him. The cops couldn't even protect him. They're opening doors for him so he can get into the car. As he's getting in the car, he's getting hit with multiple shots. Bang, 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 bang. These Muslims were coming out of the woodworks to whoop this boy's ass. And he was screaming, no violence, no violence. They did not care about that. They were here for the violence, boy. They were just bang, 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 cracking him as he's running away. And I think this is good.
Testament.
Yeah, I think we need sometimes, and violence isn't the answer, guys. Let's be honest. We don't need to make a call for violence necessarily, but I do think sometimes enough is enough. We got to just fuck these people up sometimes, bro, because niggas talk too much, and they really like to just say crazy shit that they know nothing about. You know what I'm saying? And so whereas I know violence isn't the answer, I'm kind of glad watching this video, watching him get his ass beat, running for his life, rocks being thrown at him like he's Mussolini or some shit. That shit had me dying. What are your thoughts on this? What do you think about Chud the Builder's friend?
I mean, all I can say is well deserved. You get what I'm saying? Like, first of all, those are the last people I would really want to fuck with like that, because they just hang niggas on cranes and shit.
They're not playing with you.
Yeah, nah. So that's all I gotta say. You fucking poke the tiger, you might just get fucked in your ass with some claws.
And I find it funny the cops were there. They still didn't do shit. I didn't see nobody get arrested. I didn't see them trying to shield Jake Lang or anything. You know what I'm saying? So money not well spent, because I'm sure he paid for that just to have them escort him. Now, just a couple quick ones before we get into this Spider-Man breakdown. But I'm hearing Dave Bautista in talks to play Kratos for the live action Amazon Prime series. What do you think about this, Zoe?
Damn, that's not, honestly, it's not the worst choice. But, damn, I think they could have definitely chose somebody else. What the fuck?
Seems like he's that, he's got that keyword or something. Like, everyone wants to get Dave Bautista for something.
Honestly, it'll be an interesting. Honestly, that might be interesting to see, but I just don't see his face behind the beard and all that. You know,
I want to see him in the makeup and all that stuff.
Yeah,
but is that technically whiteface?
I don't think so.
Because he's like Spanish or something, right? Is that whiteface? I don't know. We'll see what happens.
European face, because Kratos is Greek.
Yeah. So I guess, you know, we'll see what happens with this. Maybe he'll get actually hired for this job or something. It's just in talks right now. See. I think he could be a good Kratos, but yeah, I definitely, for Kratos, I don't know if I want someone who's famous. I kind of want someone I don't know that could really act and kind of be like, oh shit, that's Kratos, you know?
They just gotta go and get a guy that's like one of those dudes that be in movies, but he's just like that big guy, you get what I'm saying? But we don't really know him that much.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying anybody in particular, but you know, there's always this dude in a movie that's just like the best fitting person that's like fucking huge and bald, and it's like, yo, that dude could be a good Kratos. Like, you gotta find somebody that's like off the grid, but could also act, that's been in good movies.
That would be dope.
Hell yeah.
I guess we'll see what ends up happening with that. Now, Palworld, the Pokemon, you know, defeater, the better Pokemon game. It has been kind of copying Pokemon's roadmap. Let's be real. They just made a trading card game where the boxes were selling for $40, and now they're reselling for over $500. I know our boy Gucci Berry, shout out to Gucci Berry, he has been searching online for these boxes, trying to get them at a steal, because there's a $2,000 gold chase card already. It just came out, and people are already reselling, you know, certain cards for buku bread. So hey, if you're into trading card games, go check that out. The Palworld trading card game. I believe too, they have a misprint, a misspelling of Palworld on the boxes, which are also making these boxes even more expensive, since this is the first run of Palworld's trading card game. So that might be the new thing to open up and chase. So check that out, guys. And lastly, before we talk about Spider-Man, and we're going to have one more topic after Spider-Man, but there is a leaked roadmap that just came out for Microsoft that shows more Xbox and Xbox 360 games being natively compatible with PC. So we may get some of our most favorite games coming to PC finally, and they're going to just build the emulator into Windows normal code. So it's going to run like any other game. You're not going to need to download anything separately other than the game, you know. And what do you think about this? Do you think this spells the end of consoles, or do you think this is just going to be good, another source of revenue for Microsoft?
First of all, I definitely got to try that shit out with this new hardware. But second, I'm thinking so. Everybody's implementing their console games on PC. PlayStation has done it already.
Yeah.
Microsoft seems like they're going the big route, which they've already been going the big route with Game Pass. I think they were the first ones to really implement like that PC and console crossplay, certainly.
Yes.
Because Game Pass had games that were like you could play it on the PC to the Xbox, and it wasn't even crossplay at the time, for real.
Of course.
So I was like, well, that's just pretty fucking cool. So I think they're gonna fuck shit up with this, like in a good way. They're gonna cause some waves. You know what I'm saying? Make some waves with this one.
I can't wait. I would love to see some new graphical options, maybe a way to upscale up to 4K. Higher
yeah.
frame rates would be cool, but that's probably not going to happen.
FPS, of course.
Yeah, that would be great if we could get that. And I do think it's spelling the end of consoles, but not for the next generation. But I do think this next generation is going to be the one that matters the most in Xbox's history. Like, whereas we think the 360 was probably the most iconic, the best console that Xbox ever had, even with the Red Ring of Death. And I think this next one, Project Helix, if it's a bust, I think it's over. And I think they're getting ready for that just in case. So they have this Windows, emulator for Xbox and Xbox 360 games on the way. And we know a lot of Xbox One games are already PC games. So they don't even really need an emulator for Xbox One as much. But there's so many 360 games that I can't wait to replay.
Bro,
Blue Dragon, Lost Odyssey.
Hell yeah.
Oh my God, there's so
Prototype.
many. Prototype 1 and 2. Oh
Hell
my
yeah.
God, bro. I'm still waiting for that infamous PC port. God damn, Sony.
Hell yeah, bro.
Like,
and they gotta make a new one too.
Mm-hmm.
But bro, there's so many fucking games. I can't even think of them off the top of my head because there's so many that I've played throughout the years, bro.
Oh
my lord.
So many great games. So we'll see what happens with that emulator. I can't wait for that to come out. I think they said that it would probably come out around the 2028 or so. So we still have a little bit of time, but they'll refine it, get it perfect, and hopefully roll out a lot of games at once, not just one or two. And then we're like, where's the next couple games? So we'll see about.
They should drop at least 20 to 50.
That would be amazing, bro. That would be phenomenal.
I'm saying drop it big.
Now everyone's been waiting all episode, and I've even been waiting. I can't wait to talk about this. And that's Spider-Man Brand New Day. Now, Brand New Day is Tom Holland's fourth Spider-Man movie where Spider-Man is going through a lot. He's depressed. He's lonely. And he doesn't really have many people to talk to about this. And we're kind of seeing Spider-Man act. This is the most acting I've seen, the most emotion that I've seen in a Spider-Man movie. And just thinking, Tom Holland has 2 more Spider-Man movies in this second trilogy. Bro, this movie got me so hyped for the next 2 Spider-Mans. I can't fucking wait. Give me your quick review, and then we'll go into all the moments that we really, really loved.
All right, bet. Quick review. I'd say, man, the movie hit all the good spots emotionally. The soundtrack was great. The visuals were phenomenal. They picked just the right color grade for some shots to be kind of darker, feel like a real vigilante film, and for other shots to feel very beautiful and memorable. So overall, it's a great experience. Great use of the characters too that are in the movie. And awesome, man, awesome.
Quick review from me. It was very emotional. I thought some points dragged a little too much, but very emotional. The action scenes were peak. I loved the comic book stills. If you actually look at some of the comic book covers, those those slow-mo stills that were in the movie, those were comic book covers that they recreated in real life. The characters were cool. The flip on the villain was cool, but I wish we had a concrete villain in this movie, really, really evil villain from start to finish. But they usually, this is like a setup movie. It feels like it doesn't necessarily feel like they were going for that epic ending with the crazy villain and stuff. They just wanted to focus and talk more about Spider-Man. For my quick review, I would probably give this movie about a 7.5 to 8.5 in that range. Just depends on if you like some of the story beats. If you didn't like the story beats, I could see you saying 7.5. If you like the story beats and the acting and stuff, 8.5. So let's start at the beginning. Spider-Man, he's kind of depressed. It's been 4 years, correct? 4 years, I think they said. because Ned went all through college, so about 4 years.
We should have a spoiler warning too.
Yeah, this is going to be a full spoiler review of Spider-Man. No point in not talking about it. We got to talk about this in depth. This is that little quick review. That was your non-spoiler review. This is all spoilers.
And I give it an 8 to a 9 out of 10.
8 to 9 out of 10. Okay. So what made it not a 10 out of 10 for you?
I'd say that just some parts, like I wish they had more Hulk, like a good bit more Hulk. Yeah. Like as you said, since we're getting to some of the spoiler shits, since they had that mutant fucking introduction, low key, they could have used another mutant that was like not necessarily throwaway, but somebody who Hulk could want to fight. You get what I'm saying? And they could have used like a good moment to have like an actual concrete villain where Hulk actually probably helps for a bit. You know, they could have did something pretty like fucking also like, memorial with that shit, like memorable with that shit. But I just think some things were cut pretty short and other things were held long, like you said. But it's not necessarily the end of the world. I'm a sucker for Hulk and Punisher, so I just think it would have been cool as hell to see them really try to like fuck some shit up. Like to see if we could have saw Punisher actually like fight some of the hand, like if he lost his gun or something, like that would have been dope. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I would have liked to see Punisher fight the hand. That would have been cool. Yeah. In this movie, Punisher was kind of a joke. He was the comedic relief. I don't really know if he really did much. He was there, but I think Spider-Man really was the one doing all the work in this movie. But I will say I loved all of Spider-Man and Punisher's interactions in this movie. Watching Spider-Man get point blank shot with a shotgun, eat that shit completely, turn around, web up Frank's car, kick Frank out of his own car, and blow the whole car disappeared like it was Legos, bro. I thought it was Lego Spider-Man. He tore that car to pieces in one kick. This movie is showing how strong Tom Holland's Spider-Man is. If you thought that Tobey Maguire or Andrew Garfield could beat this level of Spider-Man, you're sorely mistaken, because this movie really showed, especially with the fight with the Hulk, that this Spider-Man is different, stronger. He's experienced, and when he gets mad and goes man spider mode, good luck, bro. Yeah. Good luck.
Even though I still love Toby though, because we were raised with him, so I still love Toby. But I want to add too that it wasn't even a shotgun they shot him with. There was a fucking a noob tube, bro, a grenade launcher.
Oh, it was a rocket.
So that makes
launcher.
It even crazier. Yeah, he hit him with like point blank fucking HE round,
right like to the chest. He didn't even block it.
Yeah, no,
ate that shit. Spider-Man, he's really showing his durability. He's showing just how strong he really is. I mean, if we talk about that scene where he's fighting mind-controlled Scorpion, and he just starts swinging the tail, bang, 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 throws him right into the cop car. One of my favorites. Oh my god,
that was one of my favorite parts and shit.
Or when he hit Hulk with the Shoryuken straight out of Marvel vs. Capcom and the Insomniac Spider-Man games, bro. And can we say some of the best web slinging ever? He was doing shit straight out of the games.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, especially that last move. Yo, I'm not gonna lie. He hit that last move on the hand where he hit all of them, and I was like I low-key said it low in my voice. I was like, did this nigga hit his alt? Because I thought about his alt in fucking Marvel Rivals where he's fucking hitting everybody, feel me? So I was like, oh shit, this nigga really just hit an alt on these niggas. That was kind of dope.
Hey man, I was watching some interviews and Kevin Feige was even saying, he's like, look, when Spider-Man really tries his hardest, he's hitting like someone like the Hulk. Like, he's not, obviously he's not as strong as the Hulk overall, but when he really puts his all into it, he could rattle Hulk's head a little bit. I mean, I don't know if you guys saw in Endgame when he's fighting Thanos, he's going through those portals. He's rocking Thanos' shit. It's not like Thanos is just like, swatting him off like you're a bug. Like, no, Thanos' head is moving back and forth. He's eating some tough shots, and that was a Peter that wasn't experienced. That was one of his first fights ever. You know, so imagine now, 4 years later, fighting so many different villains, going to Staten Island and saving Punisher. This Peter is just so experienced. He's a beast. He's seen other Spider-Men, what they could do, and I think his spider sense is better. It's like he damn near has Ultra Instinct at this point.
His spider sense is mad good.
His organic webbing is like a web cannon. Like he has like a shotgun web at this point. So strong, durable, thick. I mean, even Hulk was having problems ripping that webbing at one point.
He was,
and I do think,
and they pulled him down.
Yeah,
the webbing.
Mm-hmm. And
at the end of the day,
I love this movie. I just think, and I understand why they did it, because we care about Ned, we care about MJ, but at points I felt like they were focusing on them for a little bit too long. There were points.
Like what points?
So the point where he goes to Ned's house and they're at the party, it was awkward a little bit, and I understood why they did it, but I felt like they could have sped that up a little bit. And then a lot of parts just with MJ. I liked where MJ was with Punisher and Peter. That was cool. But then later in the film, where Peter's talking a lot to MJ, and she doesn't know him. She can't remember him. She has a boyfriend. Like, people keep forgetting. She got a whole boyfriend during all this shit. It just wasn't hitting. I was kind of yawning a little bit. I was seeing this movie late at night. And it didn't really hold me. Like, comparing this movie to Odyssey, Odyssey felt like an hour-long movie, and that was way over 3 hours. There were times during this movie, like during some of the dialogue, where I was looking at my clock or at my watch, and I'm just like, I don't know about some of the pacing in this movie. What do you think?
I could agree to a degree, but I think that rhymed. But I think that as a fan, I was just enjoying. I was just eating that shit up, no Diddy. But I was like, yo, I was just enjoying every second of it, you know. So to me, it wasn't that. It didn't feel that long, and I almost wanted it to be longer. But that's personal. I was just like, damn, like I wanted to see more fighting and stuff like that. But yeah, that's why I took away my point.
It was the most dramatic Spider-Man, and I'll give it to Tom Holland. He was able to show how good of an actor he is with this movie. I really enjoyed the acting in this movie. Now, Jean Grey.
Oh, yeah.
Jean Grey being in this movie was definitely a surprise. And the fact that, she was like the fake villain at first, and I'm not gonna lie, she was a menacing villain. Really showed how scary a telepath can be. But I didn't really like that Spider-Man could push her out, but the Hulk had no shot at pushing her out, really. I get that he's broken to some degree, but I felt like this version of Banner should have been able to fight off some of that mind control.
Yeah. And I'll do you one better. In the comics, Punisher's immune to mind control and shit like that.
And she mind controlled him too. So,
yeah, so I think it would have been a cool reference. You get what I'm saying? Since they're pulling out comic shit.
Yeah.
Like, they kind of used him as a joke.
Yeah.
Even in that moment. But I think it would have been really cool for her to try to mind control him, and she just kind of like bounces back and starts like screaming, like, what the fuck was that? You know
all she said was like, yeah, this guy's fucked up.
Yeah, no, but imagine when he sees up there, like, that shit will bounce back. Yeah. That's why nobody could really do that shit to him. It's just straight fucking guts and blood and sockets and bullets and fire and all that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that would have been a nice, nod to the comics.
Yeah.
But I actually think her being in this movie is kind of a signal, and it might not be the signal that I necessarily want, because I think this is signaling towards a new X-Men movie with all new cast, younger, everybody.
Yeah.
But that also lets me know that maybe some of these Doomsday leaks are true. I've been hearing that Tobey Maguire, Wolverine, and another character that we don't know yet will die in the first few minutes of Doomsday. And this is scaring me, making me think that maybe that is true, because we're getting a whole new cast of mutants.
There's no way they just bring Logan into the MCU and then they just take him out like that, right?
That's what I'm saying. But now they're getting, you know, all these new people to play the X-Men. So what's gonna happen to the old cast of X-Men?
Yeah, you're right.
So
that would suck.
Right? It would, but you know, they need those dramatic beats for the new Avengers movie, and maybe this is the direction they're going.
Make Doomsday look strong. Oh, Wolverine could never die. He just fucking disintegrates him. Like, fuck.
They already showed Doom blocking, Thor with 2 fingers, so they're trying to pull some shit. So we'll see what happens with that. I am excited to see a new cast of the X-Men, but
that would be cool.
It's just, I'm so used to the old cast, and I feel like we're introducing so much right now. Maybe it's better if we just use the old cast, really, learn to love them again, and then we could do a whole new X-Men movie. Like, I felt like Jean Grey was just so random.
Yeah, we never even got to see them in their full, like, spectrum. Like, we have, but like let's be honest, the technology and VFX they had at the time couldn't even really show like Scott's true length and power and shit like that
at all,
and also couldn't even show fucking Wolverine's true berserker rage. Like, they showed it a little bit in Deadpool versus Wolverine, but my nigga goes like ham. Like, this nigga rips his shit. Like, people don't even remember, or they probably don't even know that sometimes when he gets berserker rage, my boy's body like fucking tenses up and like almost gets a little bigger. It gets a little bigger and stretches out of his clothes. Like, it's kind of crazy, bro. and we never got to see shit like that.
Bro, I'm scared that the next Wolverine they cast will actually be 5'3" like he is in the comics.
And then they better cast Daniel Radcliffe.
They better cast Danny DeVito, boy.
Stop.
So,
at that point, they might as well keep Hugh. Fuck that. I'm dead.
Facts, bro. I honestly, Hugh Jackman is my Wolverine. It's gonna be hard for another Wolverine to step into his shoes, but I'm excited to see someone try, and maybe some characters like Nightcrawler can be a little more comic accurate.
They might hate that nigga. I'm not gonna lie. I feel bad for whoever's Wolverine next.
Yeah, and you know what? In a new X-Men 2, I would definitely love to see like Magic maybe be there. We need Colossus. I would love to see what's that? There's the black dude. Do you know who I'm talking about? The black dude that's in X-Men.
In X-Men?
But they never talk about him.
Oh, you're talking about the adaptive guy?
No, not the adaptive guy. There's another guy. He used to be like the leader when Scott wasn't there, actually. But they don't really talk about him. If you know who I'm talking about, comment down below. Let us know.
Remember what?
But I remember he's ridiculously strong. So I would love to see him join the X-Men and be a powerhouse.
Luke Cage, nigga.
I would love to see Luke Cage again too. I don't even know if we're gonna ever see him again.
That would be dope. What, for real? What?
So, hey guys, let us know what you guys think about Spider-Man Brand New Day. Again, I think it was the most dramatic Spider-Man movie ever. It makes me want to see more of Spider-Man. Just for the next Spider-Man movie, give us a little bit more action. Give us a couple more twists. Like, I would love to see Ned become Hobgoblin. That would be super dope. But I do think with MJ and Ned losing their memories, either they need to restore these memories or just leave them alone as characters. It's awkward. I could definitely see Peter maybe meeting Gwen Stacy now. Maybe we could get a Spider-Gwen. Maybe we could just get regular Gwen Stacy. But I think it's time to move on from these characters, especially if they're not going to get their memories back.
Yeah.
So, because he told, I love you, all this stuff to MJ. She's like, I don't feel anything from that. I can't make these feelings up. I don't feel anything when you say stuff like that. Yeah. Like, this movie, I saw Spider-Man get cucked. I said it out loud. I was like, that boy just got cucked. Like, I couldn't believe it, bro. I never thought we would see Spider-Man get cucked on camera.
Yo, I would have saw that shit and I would have just became a even more beastie fucking vigilante. I'd be like, okay, bet. I mean,
right?
The deal's sealed. I can move on and become a fucking Spider-Man, nigga. It's done.
I would have unlocked something on a skill tree and said, all right, man, I'm catching when you go outside. Fuck you mean.
Son.
You're not cucking me.
I
would have forgot about MJ right then and there.
That ass. Right then and there, I would have been arachnid form, fucking swinging through the air like, oh yeah, I'm about to go find my next piece of fucking ass to whoop. It's over with.
No offense, though. You're telling me nobody saw Peter in that cocoon? Nobody said, what the hell is that cocoon right there? Like, it
would have been better. They should have just left him in his room. I don't even know how the fuck he ended up outside.
He already destroyed the room, and you're telling me the AI wasn't saying nothing about this?
Yeah.
So,
and I don't even know how he opened his window in his sleep. I mean, it's probably all that spiders and shit, but I still think even a spider would have stayed indoors. It wouldn't have went outside like that.
Very, very odd, but I did like the organic webbing thing. But I do, like, you can kind of tell that they cut a lot of stuff out of this movie. Like, he was building up to become Man Spider, and then it just never happened.
Honestly, though, he got 2 more movies left. They could still pull that shit off. Like, honestly, him having the whole black eyes is already enough of a step to Man Spider, so where they could just pull that shit off eventually.
Do you think they bring that back?
They could, because remember, he didn't even go full percent. He was only like 85 or like 70 or some shit like that. He didn't even go all the way. And his human form was still fucking at like 40 or 50.
Yeah.
So there could be an instance where that fucking shit just like eats through his human form or whatever. And that's probably why he has to deal with
He gets really mad, really stressed. Boom, Man Spider. Now,
and that shit could literally just. What are you gonna say?
No, I was gonna say this is what I actually think is going to happen. And so, that Doomsday is going to lead into something called Avengers Secret Wars. Now, Secret Wars...
Battle World.
Yeah, Battle World. Secret Wars was a big comic back in the day where everyone got transported to Battle World. Now, that's what they're saying the post-credit scene is saying, that Spider-Man is on Battle World, right?
And that's probably Tobey Maguire, one of them.
No. It's going to be Tom Holland because Ned's tracker is based on Tom Holland's DNA.
Oh, dope. Oh,
but Tobey Maguire will be there too. And I think Wolverine will be there. And some other big characters. I don't know about Andrew Garfield, but I know Tobey Maguire is going to be in this movie.
You see, that's why that end credit scene kind of had me a little confused, because I was like, is that Tom Holland? Is that fucking 2099? Like, who the fuck is just appearing out there? You know what I'm saying? I didn't know for sure. And if it was just like a Spider-Man in general,
the working census on it is that you see him literally get teleported to Battle World. So that's why it started in Queens and then just boom, off planet.
Oh my god, bro, that's gonna be insane to see on film.
But here's the one thing about Battle World that you may have picked up on already.
Yeah, I already know what you're gonna say.
Peter finds the symbiote on Battle World.
And that lines up with what they did with Venom.
So
they left that going to be the next from the Sony films? Yeah,
that could be the next Spider-Man movie. Him with the Venom suit
from Battle World that he took.
And
he probably gets severely injured, and that shit just like crawls on his body, like original type shit. And
at first, he thinks it's good. He goes to Mr. Fantastic. Mr. Fantastic tells him like, yo, you need to get this thing off of you. And we finally have all the rights to all the characters to do this correctly. So
Yeah.
I think that really could be the next Spider-Man movie, him dealing with the Venom symbiote, fighting it,
Yep.
you know, and that type of
And the
stuff.
Fantastic Four could actually help him.
Yeah, and then
Could
we have
create
at
that
least
bond, like comics.
we at least have Mr. Fantastic in the movie explaining how bad the symbiote is. So, we'll see.
just gonna
That
happen.
could be fucking dope, and I think that really is
For real.
what's going to happen in the future.
Oh yeah, that'll be fucking awesome, bro. What?
Well, guys,
Literally.
if you liked this episode, let us know down below. Like, comment, subscribe, hype the video if you have a hype left. And Zoe, do you have anything left to say for this episode?
Yo, I know a lot of y'all are going through the same things that I've been going through. You guys watch this movie and this shit made you probably feel fucked up. Listen, life goes on, and just like Spider-Man, bro, you're gonna learn to hone that shit. You're gonna learn to accept yourself and figure out what the next step is, bro. So follow me, follow Naffy, bro. We're gonna take all of us there, bro. So be easy, stay safe, yo, and we'll see you on the next episode.
We'll
What
see
about
you guys
brother?
next time, brother. Time to deliver. Peace.
Time to deliver!